Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me. I hope you can. I'm trying a different microphone, and I got an upgrade on my phone, so I had to use the jack for the microphone. So if you are tuning in live and can't hear me, type that in the comments, and I'll take that off. So good morning to those tuning in live. Hello to those that are watching the replay. I'm Maria Rybka from BustTheStress.com. I'm trying to help others bust the stress. In this episode, I'm doing a 30-day journey for helping you with some strategies, some inspiration, some background knowledge on why you should try to live a stressless life. And today we're in episode 6. It's a part 2 of the Miracle Morning. We were in, I shared 3 practices yesterday, and today I'm going to share 2 more. So hopefully you'll get something out of it. Let me just get organized here a little bit. I got some background notes in the back, and I'm just happy that we had such a great turnout yesterday. A lot of people showed up live, and that's great because then you can get involved in the questions and the answers during that time. But if you have a question while watching the replay or after the replay, please put it in the comments. I will definitely be going back to the group and trying to answer those questions. And you could always private message me as well. So let's start with, how did you do? Did you try the Miracle Morning, the 3 parts this morning? If you watched yesterday's video, did you try it yesterday, I wonder? That's, what we talked about as far as being able to organize yourself in the morning helps you to get more efficient during the day. You may have to spend a little bit more time in the morning, either getting up earlier or actually eliminating something that doesn't serve you well in the morning. But if you can, it clears your thinking and it makes you actually gain time during the day. So you might put 30 minutes in the morning, but you're going to gain 1 hour to 2 hours if you are more efficient, and if you have more energy, and if you're thinking clearly, and if your priorities are set a little differently. You kind of have this guide throughout the day that helps you. So I want you to think about what you give up to get, as far as you give up a little bit of time in the morning to get a lot of time during the day, more efficient time. Yesterday I shared the first 3 practices. The very first one was silent time, and that could be meditation, prayer, reflection, just being silent for 5 minutes. Hey Michelle, welcome. Can you hear me okay, Michelle? I'm using a little bit of a different recording. If you can type that, I'd really appreciate it. So we had silent time, and then the second practice was affirmations. And remember, if you want my slides, my pictures that I use on my phone, just let me know and I'll send them to you. You have to come up with affirmations that you want to believe in yourself, and that's something that you repeat. And if you change that self-talk, you can have a better day. Trust me. Awesome. Thank you. Enjoy your massage. The third part of yesterday was visualization. And that's visualizing not only what you want, but how are you going to get there? Okay, how are you going to get there? Well, today, the last 3 parts of the morning gets added to that. And so far, we're up to about 16 minutes, and then we're going to add on about 15 more today. And exercise is that 4th practice that's really important. And I'm not talking about like a marathon run. I'm not talking about going to the gym every morning. If you enjoy those things, absolutely, that's what you should do for your exercise. Or maybe you do those things in the evening. But this is part of your morning routine to set the day. And that practice of spending 5 minutes, as little as 5 minutes, can make a huge, significant impact, not only on your health, but on the other things. It can help you lower blood pressure. It can help you to prevent certain diseases in the body, just that little bit of time. So whether you're going for a walk in the morning, or whether you're jumping on a little mini trampoline, or I have an app on my phone called it's a 7-minute exercise. It walks you through 7 minutes of different types of exercises, some with weights, some just on the wall, just some on the chair. That little bit of time that you spend adding this to that morning routine can make a huge difference because it's giving you more energy throughout the day. Awesome, wonderful. And you can actually improve your self-confidence and emotional well-being just by spending that 5 minutes. So we're adding exercise to that morning routine. So we're up to maybe about 20 minutes. Okay, we have the morning, we wake up, silent time, affirmations, visualization, and we do our 5 minutes of whatever exercise we like. And again, you don't have to go crazy. Just make sure that it becomes a consistent practice for you, because that's where the good feeling comes from. That's where you feel good about yourself. So we want to definitely work on getting that into our routine quickly. So if you are up for that, you can have some major benefits from that 5 little minutes. Okay. Then we're going to go into reading. Okay. Now, if Stephanie says she's reading the Miracle Morning, that's perfect. Because you're actually, when you're doing something that goes along with something you're learning, it helps you to make that learning more deepened. So whether it's a self-development book, whether it's a novel, whether it's something that you're interested on, maybe it's surfing the web. Maybe you're going to your few blogs that you like and you're getting some information. It's reading to learn or reading for enjoyment. It doesn't matter. It's 5 minutes, and you don't have to be so frustrated because, well, I can't get into the whole book, so why bother? No, today it's 5 minutes, tomorrow it's 5 minutes, the next 5 minutes, the next day. So it's a practice. It's not about finishing. It's about just having that routine. And every morning that you add a little bit more knowledge to yourself, or you enjoy something that you're reading, you're opening that mind up for more enjoyment throughout the day. It's kind of like you set the stage, so you're in more control. Now you could use that reading time, again, for just fun or learning. It doesn't matter. Just make sure that you put it as part of your morning. The last practice is called scribbing. And that's whether you're writing in a journal or you're writing down on paper. It doesn't matter. It's writing your thoughts. Now you can use this as your direct connect time. You know, that time we talked about where you are asking God to tell you what to do for the day. Maybe, you have your silent time, which is just 1-2 breathing, and then you use a scribbing time to write down. Or maybe it's not your direct connect time. Maybe it's your time that you just are writing down what you're feeling, what you're wanting to experience today, or maybe what you experienced yesterday in reflection. It's writing down. And when you write down, you get more out of it. You can say things to yourself, but when you write them down, it becomes more powerful. So writing is that 6th practice, or they call it in the book scribbing. There are 2 apps in the book that they recommend. There's the 5-minute journal, and then there's the Day One app. And I actually have a good relationship with the phrase Day One, because a couple years ago, that Day One, I kind of made it as a monumental moment when I started over. And so I'm going to download that app today. I haven't tried either of these apps, but they recommend them as a way to journal and to keep track. So whether you write in a spiral notebook during this little bit of time, or you write on your phone in the notes section, or you download one of these apps to journal, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The point is that you get in the habit of getting your thoughts down on paper. So that's about a 30-minute morning. Okay, now some of you are already saying, I don't have 30 minutes, but I want you to remember that you have to get rid of things that you don't do in the morning that don't serve you well. And you have to maybe wake up a little earlier, but you're going to gain 1 to 2 hours during the day because of the energy that you're going to have, the clarity in thinking that you're going to have, the priority setting that's going to come naturally. It's going to be like carrying a little assistant around with you. So you're going to be more efficient. So you give to get. And the 6 practices, I have a little challenge for you. If you're willing to challenge yourself to be consistent with those practices for a week's time, I want you to comment below yes, and I'm going to send you a little tracker. It's very simple, no stress, very simple tracker. And for those of you that complete a 7-day in a row morning routine challenge, I'm going to send you out a little something as a congratulations. So the 6 practices, they have to be done every morning, and they have to be done in order, because it's what I think helps you to flow. So your silent time, 5 minutes. Not in your bed like I did this morning. I'm like, oh, Father, and showing gratitude in the morning in my bed. No, it's out of your bed. It's in an area that's quiet, but it's your space. So your silent time, which could be meditation, could be prayer, could be gratitude. Then your affirmations. You want to talk to yourself. You want to tell yourself those positive thoughts that you want to believe and that you want to happen and be experiencing, what you feel in your life. Your affirmations. Your third one is visualization. Where do you want to see yourself? 90 days, a year, 2 years. Where do you want to see yourself? And what can you do actually to get there? Not just, I want to be this, I want to be that. It's like, I will be this because I'm going to do this. That's a visualization, and actually experience that feeling of what you will feel when you get there is powerful. Exercise, 5 minutes. I don't care if you're sitting on your chair and you're doing leg lifts. It doesn't matter. It's doing it. It's actually accomplishing it. Jumping on the trampoline, going for a little walk, taking the dog out and going to the corner and coming back. But it's 5 minutes of exercise. And then 5 minutes of reading, where you're reading something that can either develop yourself or maybe just for fun. You close the book, you put it down, you start again tomorrow. And then scribbing or writing or journaling, getting your thoughts down. Use that time as your direct connect time if you want, or use it as your time to really just get your thoughts down on paper. Okay? Those are 6 practices that can make your morning so powerful and set the stage for the entire day. And I know some of you already have some of those practices in place. I've been talking to some of you, and some of you say, yes, I do my meditation, or yes, I do my prayer. But it's really doing all of them, boom, 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 and getting all of that in to set the stage. So I want to see if we can challenge you, if you can be challenged to actually accomplish that. In 7 days, so 7 days straight, you'd have to commit to 30 minutes each morning. It doesn't matter if you wake up at 6, it doesn't matter if you wake up at 10, it's whenever your morning starts. Okay? And I know it might be a challenge, but it's whether you're going to try. Okay? And the challenge is trying. And that's where the tracker comes in. And all you have to do is send me back a picture of your tracker. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I'll send you out something special. So, all right, guys, any questions or comments? Anybody willing to do the challenge? The Miracle Morning Challenge. I see a couple of people on with us today. Yes, very quiet, very quiet. It might be the technology. Well, I want to encourage you guys to implement your Miracle Morning. I will see you tomorrow at the same time, same place. If you type yes in the comments, I will send you the tracker so that you can get your morning routine under control so that you can have a more stressless day. Yay, Janet. Awesome. I will send you the tracker in a little while, Janet. And I can't wait to see what you think, because I know you are somebody that already has a great routine in the morning. So actually tweaking it and doing one of these practices that maybe you don't do regularly, or doing it in the order that it suggests, it will be interesting to get your feedback on it. Yes, your morning might have to start, Stephanie, when his morning nap happens. That's when you say, oh, I'm awake, and you implement your morning routine. And it will be interesting to see if, even though it's not maybe first thing in the morning, because that's when he's awake, but maybe his morning nap time is your morning routine, and that's when you put that time in. And it'll be interesting to see if you see over a 7-day period some more energy, some clarity, especially during this very loving season that you have where you're taking care of your newborn baby. All right, guys, I love you. Have a good day.